There are 4 major ways of getting around the city: by train, bus, car, and bike. And by bike I mean anything from a bike, skateboard, scooter, or whatever you prefer. Oh, and we got some ferries and a tram. We're going to be very critical today and find the best way to get around. Okay, let's start with the train. The subway is the backbone of New York's transit system and is fairly quick and reliable, but you have to deal with tons of people and some pretty wild characters. It's a pretty safe bet, but not the best option. Next is by car. Ubers, Lyfts, Revels, and taxis are way too expensive for day-to-day travel, and if you have a car, driving in Manhattan is a huge mess with traffic and finding parking. It's just not worth it. Alright, next. Buses. There's a lot of them. They make up for most of the gaps in the subway system, especially in the outer boroughs, but they're kind of slow. In terms of getting around the city, the fastest method is probably by bike. Having your own bike is definitely the best cost-effective way to do it, but today we're going to look at the public transit option that Citibike provides. When Citibike first started, it was localized to lower Manhattan, but over the years it's quickly expanded to the deep parts of the Bronx, Brooklyn, and Queens. Biking the city gives you such good awareness for the city's streets and layout. I grew up in Washington Heights at the northern tip of Manhattan and didn't really know Brooklyn, but after biking it for the last few years I can navigate it with ease. Biking also takes you to places you would normally never venture. Today we're venturing to Randall's Island to go to the Hellgate Pathway. I went to high school near here but never actually made it out.
Whoa. Yeah.
This place was so picturesque, definitely worth stopping here on a bike if you have any free time. Okay, but why is this called the downfall of New York Citibike program? Unlocking a Citibike alone costs more than a MetroCard swipe, so it's a ripoff unless you have the annual pass, which runs you about $220. But if you get Lyft Premium, it's only $200, so definitely do that instead. If you do have the annual pass, the blue bikes become totally free, so it becomes well worth it. And you also get some discounts on the silver e-bikes. The blues are sturdy, but not the best bikes, very solid for localized travel, and really helpful for on-the-fly commutes around your borough. But if you plan on biking like 20 to 40 minutes to, say, commute to work, you're probably going to want to go with a silver e-bike, and this is where the golden age of Citibike has ended. In 2023, the commute from my apartment in Brooklyn to lower Manhattan was about $3.27. That's a little more than a MetroCard fare, but it saved me about 10 minutes each way and was a far more fun way to commute. As of making this video in October 2024, that same exact trip is now $5.23. That's almost double the cost for a bike ride in 1 year. I'm not sure if this is directly a result of inflation, or maybe Citibike was like operating at a loss at first to entice customers, but things are on a really poor track. Citibikes are becoming more of a luxury and less of a day-to-day option. It's really sad to see. Hopefully something changes, because this is my favorite way to get around the city.